Alright. Ready, set, Mom? Wonder how they do it. Benny! Fine. Hi, Stanley. You gonna come up and say hello? Salutations and greetings. My name is Marge. I am a Heyoka empath. My eyes are blazed. 2 cookies deep! Oh my goodness. I want everyone to have them as medicine. I will give them all away to everyone that feels bad, and then they will feel better and the world will ascend. My cosmic good karma cookies. Anyway, I am just in gratitude. You know, I look at life as just like a series of events with different frequencies, different energy potentials, And I identify with maybe different vibrations to emotions. I tie different ones than other people do. Surprise parties aren't always good for trauma kids. Benny, what are you doing? Get out of there. You always get squirrely as soon as I start to talk. And you've just been out, so go lay down. I'll talk and then I'll take you out again. Because you're in a loop. Everybody lives in loops. Little old dogs, when they get older, they're only 10. But people get their patterns. I call them getting stuck in a loop. Some people have bigger loops than others. A loop I see now is a lot of people looping that live in Nebraska that go to Mexico. That is just such an... I've been to like Tijuana and stuff like that. But that is just something that a lot of people do. Yep, I knew that was coming. Because everybody's stuck in a loop. Go. 1. What was I talking about? I don't know. I forgot because I get distracted by other people's loops. So today was a good day. Took Luna to the vet for a checkup, and her temperature is normal. And she's been out. Now she just got in her little kennel down there. She's been she's back to her regular self. I want to put a little bit, let her maybe gain a pound or two. She lost a little bit of weight from just the stomach trouble that she was having. But we turned a corner. And she has one more temp check on Saturday. And so I don't know if I'm going to go to farmer's market this week. Although if I could get up and go at like right when it starts, I could do that. Because the vet appointment isn't until 10, but I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear because the potentials of the energies this weekend are just, they're just going to be insane. And I'm a hothead to begin with. And so when like 4 or 5 astrologers are talking like, it's going to be a lot of, people cutting you off in traffic and just, people stabbing you in the back and just all this just humanistic stuff, all this more mankind stuff, right? And so I just don't really probably want to be out in it. And it's going to be hot. I think it's going to be the hottest day I've this year. And being in a new place, temperature's different and all over the place, and we're at a higher elevation, so this is like the first year I'll experience like high temperature, like being closer to the sun and stuff like that. So, but I got a system down, and we keep it pretty freaking cool in here. So I'm not really too worried. I don't need it cool, but it stays nice and cool for Mom and the DOGs and the CAT. So I called this talk. I wonder how they do it, because I've been listening to Crystal Time. She put out part 2 today. And all this stuff is just like incredibly scripted. And then I was thinking, okay, like, so do they pick the people with like the mathematicians, do they pick them and then like lead them and then put them in positions in their secret societies and stuff like that to create like all of the sports scripts and all the Hollywood scripts for all the rituals? I mean, it's really quite brilliant. It is really magnificently brilliant. It really truly is. Is that thunder and lightning? I was dancing around earlier. Uh-oh. When this Aoka dance, rain comes. Gotta be careful about that. No, we need all the rain we can get here. I guess it's getting fill up them wells. Anyway, so I was thinking like, and then I saw that show on Netflix last year when I had it before I canceled my Netflix. The Umbrella Academy. Benny, come here. Come on. Let me finish and I'll let you out. Come on. You do this every time and it's really starting to become less and less endearing. Come on. Come on. Come on. He's so cute. Ugh. Drives me crazy. So, the Umbrella Academy. And they have, it's everything scripted, you know? Like some tellings get through. I'm starting to look at, I'm starting to try really hard not to look at things as being good and bad. I'm really trying to detach from things, you know, but shit, holy heck, as soon as something like one of my critters or something happens to my, you know, something that sure shocks me, I gotta pay attention to, then, it's like all bets are off. But anything else, you know, I don't have like attachments to earthly things because, I mean, shoot, I was just thinking, I think I'm gonna rent one of those U-Haul trucks and take this shit to the dump because just do it, you know. And then I'm like, man, if I had the big red truck, I wish I had the big red truck, but I don't have the big red truck. I have the freaking blue minivan, and I used to drive a Ford Taurus, and was it SNL back when I used to watch it and think it was funny before they started having skits with The Rock, like, you know, the scientist that made a child molesting robot because it could do it 24/7. I was out. I was done, and I ain't like that. I don't really like that guy to begin with, but this is all the stuff that they perpetuate. What the heck? Really? Alright, why don't you just let her like walk around for a while instead of going back and forth? So I wonder how they do it. They all sit in a room typing away, you know, and how far advanced are they scripting this stuff? I mean, do they know that people are catching on? Do they know that we all... I mean, some of us have known about this stuff a lot longer than others of us. Because some of us have had a lot more life experience. And people are just now tapping into the freaking realities of the harshness of what this world is. Because people are hungry for things like power. And to gain power, a lot of people do perverted, seedy, nasty, gross shit. They do it to kids, and they do it to freaking young adults, and they just... And that's a society that I want to see wiped out from this planet. But too many people profit from it. Too many people make too much money, and they benefit too much, and they have too many houses, and have too much yachts, and get to drink too much, and have too much playtime, and all that stuff. So is it ever really going to go away if so many people freaking benefit from it? Is it? I mean, I know people. I don't have any like direct friends anymore. You know, like people that I talk to. Like, hey, let's go out and have a cup of coffee. Well, actually, that's not. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee tomorrow. Talk to some like-minded folks. But my tribe, I haven't found it yet. I know a lot of people have found their tribe. I haven't found mine yet. I've been looking 47 years. You know, my story is just pretty wild. So, I just think about how they do it, and I think about like my story, because it's like these people, they put themselves in positions, and then it's like that movie Trading Places where they just like to ruin people's lives because it's a Tuesday afternoon and it's fun. And I wonder if people, I wonder what it is that's gonna happen to make people wake up to the reality that you're playing with freaking like, your little Ouija boards and saying you're a witch and spell this and spell that, and people really need to put themselves in check and ask themselves what master they're serving. And it's like all over Facebook, I see kids. Everybody, young people all over the place with their devil horns and stuff like that. And it's just like, what? It's like, oh, that's not, we don't really mean it. Then don't do it. I always prone to the hang loose, the hang loose one. But it's symbolism. It's going to be all of our downfall, I'm more about the direct approach. So I'm curious about this weekend, though. I really am. There's a lot of hustle and bustle on a Thursday around noon in Taos, New Mexico. A lot of people. I guess there's seasonless people that come from, like, the Texans are here. Every time I look down, I see Texas plates. So because people have so many houses, they have so much abundance, they just leave one for the other. While the cracks of society get wider. And you know what else is happening as it continues? As people continue to struggle in whatever capacity, because there's a lot of lonely people out there that they don't have nobody to reach out to and to talk to about stuff. That's why they go around talking to themselves. They're just trying to sort shit out, And I think that's why I talk to myself. Just hash it out, get it out of my head. So it's not a constant bouncing off in there, one idea, But I've been working out extra. That's how I've been dealing with this extra energy, is I've been lifting weight, doing sets with the dumbbells and stuff like that. And, today it's like one of those days I gotta kind of keep, it's like I get excited because Luna, we turned a corner, but there's a lot of people that lost something or somebody that they love today. So it's like I didn't, somebody else does, that energy, So I just prayed, just give us a little while longer with her, let us show her some good life, because it's the least we could do, because the first part of her life, humans didn't do her no favor. She was terrible. She was abused, and they puppy milled her and used her uterus as a factory. And I don't like breeders. So it's the sex trade for animals, and they ain't built for that, man. So you could drive freaking big stupid trucks and shit like that. I don't like it. No. So anyway, but she's a happy girl now, and now she's a healthy girl. I've been giving her like a 2/3 to 1/4 ratio, 2 to 1 ratio of rice food. So, and we just went for a ride yesterday, because I knew we had to go, and then tomorrow maybe I'll take her for a drive, because I don't want her to think every time we get in the big blue van that she's going to have to go to the vet. So tomorrow we go early enough, and we'll take her with me to go check the mail, go down to the post office. That's like her ride or die. thing that she gets to do, you know. So we're supposed to. It's so funny to me how the astrology aligns with the temperatures on the main latitudes and longitudes. On how, like, when the potential for energy is supposed to be, like, more on the shadow side, say, you know, speaking, that people are going to be dipping more into the wickedry. There was one time, was it Croshy or Toss? Was it Croshy? There was less, like, or no, it was that other lady. Oh, God, I listened to so many. But she was, like, talking about, like, don't go on dates this weekend because, like, the potential for sexual assault is higher. If you're going on a blind date, just don't go this weekend. Put it off. I was like, what the frick? Oh my gosh, see, people don't know how to control themselves. And because everybody has all this, bent up energy from being locked in for so long, they're just going to go pow and overshoot the mark. And once people start drinking and stuff like that, which there's going to be a lot of escapism, so much escapism. Once they start doing that, people get the wrong idea. Oh yeah, she likes me. I just think nobody likes me ever, and then that there's no problem, and you always keep your hands to yourself. But people, dudes be all, oh yeah, she likes me, she wants me, and then she don't. She's just trying to be nice to you. So, all that stuff. What, Benny? Is it raining outside? This is why I need to get 1,000 subscribers so I can just do lives on my phone. But the sky is nice, so come here, Benny. Come on. He's not going to stop. He's relentless. I shouldn't be haphazardly carrying my laptop outside. Right when Mercury retrograde starts. This is what's on the window now. It says all politicians lie, cut their pay. It's a circle, agreed. And then over here on both sides it says cops got too fat too. Because they did, man. Dude, I would lead them in workouts if they wanted. I would help them. I would help them keep the spoon out of their mouths. Freaking put that burrito down. Here's the sky today. There we go. I miss my ladder, my little ladder. It didn't make the cut. All right, Benny, you gotta go out, buddy boy. Okay. Anyway, now Tucker's in there, freaking howling. They're also emotional. They are also emotional. Check your elders and your sensitive people in your life. Check in with them. The real strong types, kind of thing. See how they're doing. Reach out to people this weekend, because a lot of people you think that have it all together. I assure you, they do not. And people that have it all together right now, I think that they are either they're really shallow or they're ignorant. They are blind. I was watching Zach earlier with he was out live in front of the Moda Center, and good boy Benny. Good boy Benny. I put the garbage out. I forgot. I don't pay attention to holidays. Memorial Day, whatever. I haven't had a day off in 4 years. Anyway, come on, Benny. Good dog. Good boy, Benny. Good boy. Is that Margie? I told you. Margie. Go on, Benny. Come on, go. Now Luna's chiming in. Okay. Whoa. Close the gate. freaking, I had to run off Pet Cemetery this morning. The gray cat, the wicked one, that thing's got demons in it. I rebuked it right off the property. That thing is like, oh, it's wicked. Anyway. How do I don't know, like, Luna doesn't like thunderstorms, but we have a lot of fans on that cancels out the ambient air. So, but just love on them extra, give them whatever they need. That's the thing. It's just like, we're just supposed to help each other get through this time. You know, we can help each other soothe. People don't know how to soothe themselves, man. I think they're learning meditation, meditate state. I think everybody should meditate. If it weren't for meditating, I probably would have been a drunk a lot more often, and there would have been a lot more consequences in my life. My connection, because the way I look at it is praying. When I pray to God, Holy Spirit, it's me asking, okay, God, can we make this happen, please? Or something like this, you know, however you see fit, but in the realm of this, you know, because, like, there's, ever since October, we didn't have a place to live until it was, like, a good, I don't like the in-between. I like having an address. I like having a freedom where the cat can run back and forth, you know, stuff like that. And so I know what it's like to be very, very uncomfortable. And so I just try and keep things as normal as possible for them. And God has managed to keep us together, because that's what I didn't finish what I was saying. What I was going to say is I look at praying as me asking for what I want, and then meditate state is God giving me the ideas or the meanness to just be me, and then it happens. He's always put people in my path that have been earth angels to help us get to the next place. And that is what I try to be to other people. So I'm always looking on, like, plus you get to meet really cool people sometimes. The travelers, because I'm a traveler, you know. I understand that home is a feeling. You know, when people go home, they lived in the same place for years and years. They go off to college, whatever, and then they go back home, that feeling. I never had that with a place. And evidently, according to, I can't remember, was it Amanda Poole? I don't see, because I don't want to give credit to the wrong person. The talk I heard today about how that you get that home feeling from mom, your mother, and your relationship with your mother. Not everybody has had a freaking rat. I think mom was mad at me for a long time, because when I was born, they cut her uterus in half and took out one of her ovaries, because that's what they did to do. That's the rituals that they do. They always have, and they continue to do it. But, you know, they're serving their Luciferi Tale theater, so it's not like it's not going to not stop, because people keep benefiting from those gross systems. Why is it not discharging? There it goes. So, it was cool to watch Zach earlier speaking out on with the bullhorn, speaking his truth, you know. And these people don't want to hear it, because they want to eat their freaking stupid hot dogs, drink their dumb beer. Did you see that? I mean, isn't it weird that they're offering alcohol? Booze is straight up fucking poison, but here, homeboys, you guys can have beer if you get the freaking shot. Really? Dude, they gave me freaking 6 anthrax vaccine. 6. In 3 months, because in the Air Force, in the military, you're a guinea pig, you get 2 at a time. 0.5 milliliters of formaldehyde in each one. That's a lot of formaldehyde. So, all this ALS awareness, you know, you're right on schedule, because you people create it with all the aluminum and all the freaking shit food and all the crap that perpetuates the Lucy fairy tale theater. Because it's... Dude, my diet has reduced substantially once I've started finding out what they freaking all natural flavoring means. You know? People are like, no, that stuff doesn't happen. That stuff isn't real. My whole life is based on freaking events that people deny. Yet, I exist. So of all the events... Does that say get a free lap dance? Get vax, get it? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I saw Paige in Planet Mountain View. The night before that, I think I got picked up by aliens. I was really drunk. So it was a wild night. And then a highway patrolman gave me a ride. And he wasn't about to get me in trouble because he kept frickin' falling asleep at the wheel. He was dozing off. I had to keep him awake. That was outside highway, was that 89? The back way from Bernie to Mount Shasta. Oh, the adventures that I've been on. Thanks for reminding me about all that, Led Zeppelin. Yeah. What am I talking about? That's weird. Some people tried to buy me lap dances before. The night before I left for the Air Force, for my I came back to the what do you call it? The leave where you hang out with the recruiter. It's recruiter's assistants. It's a racket. You just drop off a piece of paper and then you got like 10 days off kind of thing before you go to your first duty station. So I did that, and then I was driving out from Sacramento, and my friends took me to some clubs in Sacramento, and I got up. One of them I got 86. I've been 86 out of a few places, but this one in particular, I got up on the stage and started dancing with the girls. I did not touch the girls. You do not touch the girls. You don't touch people that you don't know. You don't touch people without permission. Anyway. But evidently they frowned upon people getting on the stage, so. Later, Sack! Then I picked up a freaking hitchhiker. This kid just had hitchhiked across the United States a couple times, lived in Humboldt. Everybody always goes to Humboldt, and I've had the pleasure of camping in Patrick's Point a time or two and seeing freaking Whales Breach and stuff like that, and the freaking full moon light, and just so I can understand why people want to go to Humboldt and Eureka. I missed Sublime there. I could have gone to see Sublime in Eureka about 7 months before freaking Bradley's Ritual was up. So anyway. What else? Picked up Pan the hitchhiker, gave him a ride, dropped him off at Omaha. He had a little dog, and it was hot, so I picked him up. Yep. So, yeah, no lap dance for this Heyoka. Maybe for other ones, but I don't know. I'm old fashioned. I'm about halfway to Prudentsville, USA. I ain't in all that creepy pervy stuff. I'm not. And I don't think it's funny. I was thinking about that because I sent a picture to Jessie. I send her pictures sometimes. She's already she's too busy. She's busy. She's only gonna get more and more busy. Maybe I'll see her one day, but I don't know if I want to go to the places that she hangs out. We'll see. I just don't, it's just too much political alignment, and that's just not what, that car was going so fast, and there's so many cats and dogs around here. I don't like it. That's all that energy, it's all that shit. It's going to be all weekend long. Just allow, observe, just observe. Anyway, there's a story that's significant to her that has to do with dandelions. And so I found, there's a shirt on Instacrap, and I took a screenshot of it and sent it, and it was of a dandelion, but it says, "Blow me" on it. And I was like, They could even take that and turn it into something seedy. You know, and I sent it to her, and the first time I sent it to her, I deleted it. I'm like, nah, I don't think this is appropriate, and I sent it to her as an example of how people can take something so innocent as a wish, you know, and turn it into something freaking lame. And that is the heart space of the individual, and that's what is ascending. We're living in a time of evolution or evolution, depending on where your heartbeat freaks at. I was gonna be EKG technician for about 10 for a very short time when I was like 18. So I've been picturing the energy of the collective as heart pulses since then. And then when I was in the Air Force and I went to tech school, our tech school was like the second longest. It was like 6 months because we had so many pieces of equipment we had to study and go over, and principles and things like that. Age. So I've always had this scientific mind, and then I have my spiritual side, and I'm just trying to help make them come together as I see it. Because I do it because I follow my heart. Other people do it because other like scientists and stuff, they get a paycheck because they sign the back of the paycheck, and they're saying and providing evidence that supports a narrative that the people that sign the front of their paycheck want them to do. So, anyway, there's more and more truth speakers that are truth seekers and truth speakers, and I'm a truth speaker, and there's going to be more and more coming up. They're going to start finding their voices. People are going to start turning the camera around, and they're going to start recording life as they see it in their local area, you know. The justices as well as the injustices. The earth is going to continue to change. She's grumbling. She's going through it. She is. Gaia, she's ready to freaking ascend to the next freaking chapter. She wants heaven on earth too. She's tired of freaking people blasting her with bombs and freaking drilling her for her freaking oils, and, you know, being freaking trash bags and all the freaking ships that just dump their garbage in her, you know. And I remember, I think it was in the freaking, I don't know what, I can't remember which, they're all ass ministrations as far as I'm concerned. It's just a circle of greed. And it was like, instead of creating recycle facilities here, because that would take some work, and a lot of Americans are fucking really lazy. I mean, let's be real. Really, I mean, a lot of freaking people really let themselves go, got fat and lazy, you know. But instead of making like recycle centers and, like, you know, providing jobs, stuff like that, no, they sold their freaking garbage to China. So there was like, you know, so supposedly, if that doesn't reek of freaking human trafficking, oh, we're just going to sell you our garbage and put them in these barges and on these boats and then send them to China. It's just, it's absurd when people buy this shit at this point. At this point, we're at the game that if you buy into this narrative that people are being fed, it's not going to be a very good weekend for you. Yes, the only constant is change. I understand that. I do not drink either. Although oftentimes I want to a lot. I make a mean cookie, though. I don't drink, but I make my mean cookies. So that helps my everyday, same day, all day. It's kind of hard to freaking keep a constant in a pattern and a schedule for Mom and the Dogs when my spirit so yearns for spontaneity and adventure and roaming, you know. So I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out how to have those 2-3 hour block adventures. I'm allowed to go where I want to go. I mean, like, I have enough freedom. And then the stuff that I see God graces me with, and it makes, my time out enjoyable. And then I'm always happy and glad to come home. And for that, I am grateful that I have a home to come home to. This is touch and go for a while there, huh, Ma? Yeah? But we're pretty cozy here. We're pretty comfy here. And meeting nice people. There's a lot of nice people in this community. I'm just not used to... I'm just skittish. I'm skittish. I ain't gonna lie. I've been screwed over a lot. And as so many of us have, you know. So I try not to go into any situation with any kind of expectation. And still something seems to happen. Like today, I found out that freaking somebody made some shit up. I don't lie. I'm not a liar. The stuff that I say is truth based on my perception of my reality and my frame of reference. I don't say things that aren't true. And I've known people my whole life that I'm like, they're telling me stories. And I'm like, do they think I believe what they're saying? Because I'm not trying to look like I believe what they're saying. I mean, it's just, I've known it. I've known the breath of a liar for a long time. I mean, more and more people should, just based on Santa Claus alone. But to just say something that, yeah, it was that, they said I kicked him out of my car. And I was like, dude, that's the funny part, is I wanted to kick him out of my car, but I did in fact give him a ride all the way there. Because I wanted to do things different than I would have before, and I didn't want to react in anger. I wanted to respond and just be like, all right, this my know-it-all ass will see you around. Because that's what I don't like. I'm talking about stuff I've talked in other videos, so I'm getting off track, but it was my example of stepping into this weekend's energy of people will just say things just to say things, to get a reaction. And it's not even, a lot of it's not even based on reality or truth. But how many people really understand the vibration of truth? Because how many people still watch sports and stuff, care about that stuff? That whole narrative. And it's like, dude, just because Zach Hubbard exists, everybody should know that it's a crock, but they don't care. People don't care because they want to freaking eat their fucking hot dogs and nachos and drink their fucking beers and be pigs and just talk about how they think things are going to go, but it's all scripted. And I wonder how they do it. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.